In Search of Great Stories presents
DRAMA drama.
Spoil the hell out of this movie.
What happened to the tow truck, Winston?
There's a lot of meta here. Let's get to watching great movies.
Welcome to movielover22.
Welcome to movielover22, guys. This is it's just gonna be a little thing. Just something. I was just thinking about movies and stuff this week, and I had a birthday this week, and it was a really good time, and I was able to have people over, and we played games and talked. Mostly played games and laughed and had cake that was from Walmart. But a little thing that just kind of popped up throughout the evening, which was so much fun, because I haven't done it in years, is I have this little deck of cards, and all the cards have movies on them, and they're clues. Here's the genre, the actors, characters, probably the director, and then the plot. And the goal is to guess what the movie is with as few clues as possible. And two friends, when people were starting to show up, we're like, hey, what are we gonna play tonight and stuff, because I told people it was gonna be a game night. Sorry, I'm lighting my candle for the vibe. And I was saying, hey, there's this game, a couple movie people are showing up, people I go to the movies with, or that I just gab about movies with. Maybe this would be fun. And mostly what happened is a few of them would just pick them up and just start quizzing me. And then as sometimes other people in the room and could try to guess, but mostly me. And getting just the tiniest bit of information and guessing right is not something I've done in a long time. Like, people don't, they'll ask me, hey, what'd you think about, someone asked me the other day, what'd you think about Leon the Professional? And I, get to talk about that for a little bit, but like the trivia of movies is not something I get to do a whole lot. And that was just good fucking nerdy fun, for me. My one friend picked it up, and she kept going because she was like, I'm gonna trip you up, I'm gonna get one. And I've gone through that entire deck before, and I said I think the only ones I didn't know were 2 or 3 of them, and they did get to one I didn't know, and it was Fried Green Tomatoes, which is a movie I've never seen, and I didn't know who was in it. Don't know what that movie is about. Like, they got to the plot part of the hints, and I had no earthly idea. That movie is totally foreign to me. And that was just such a fun piece of that evening, and I'm grateful we did that. It was just good, a good bit of little fun. And it got me thinking, number one, how much I love this medium, because we can play all the games in the world, like Sloppy Joe's Bingo and Quiplash and stuff like that. But the stuff that really like scratched an itch in my brain that hasn't been touched in a long time, in that way especially, was, hey, here's a thing that you're really into, and go from there. Which is one of the reasons I do this show, is to scratch part of that itch, which also made me think, what if I made that a little game on the side, have someone on and we try to quiz each other on, like, oh, here's, this actor, this year. I think that would be a good bit of fun, with a little buzzer, like, yeah, I got it. And actually the first podcast I ever did was a movie game show podcast, which I was the host, I was the game master, and I had 2 teams, and the clues were, and I tried to make it really silly as well with little jokes here and there, because I'm a funny fucking guy. But it was, hey, here's a question for this team. What whatever the fuck, but here's the movie. And that card game that my friends were reading from the other night was the same card where I would pick movies from, because there's only so far you can do like random movie generators and pull stuff from that, especially at the time when I was doing that show, which only lasted for 3 episodes. We never did anything with it. It was very hard to plan, but that was geared towards a pretty general audience. And, the general audience has really only seen so many movies, especially, if you're just using your circle of friends, that narrows it down as well. But it was very fun. So I think that might be something I try to bring back maybe as a supplemental thing on this channel, on this show. So I just wanted to do this free form bit just about how much I love and appreciate the medium of film and what it does for me and through me. There's nothing that quite hits me like films do. And that's really what I came here to say, is that I am very grateful that the format and the art of movies has been so in my life to this level. It's been phenomenal. And so here's to more, always watching more, and always watching good movies, great movies, and maybe doing a bit of fun quizzing. We'll see. But thank you for listening, and have a good one, and stay tuned for when we talk about X3, The Last Stand. Follow me on Letterboxd at Movie Lover Show, and you can always send me an email at movielovershow@gmail.com to ask questions, ask that I review certain movies or talk about certain movies, and we'll go from there. Bye. Stop recording. Stop.